Hello my hair warriors, it's me, your friendly neighborhood hairdresser, Aaron O'Brien. Today's video is all about the Olympics, and you know what? There are some top styles out there that I'm sure you want to wear with your Lordhair system. So let's give it a go. Okay, so we have the Neo here in a shorter style. You can also order this pre-cut on lordhair.com and you can recreate Tom Daley's style. This is very easy to do as well at home. Wish me luck getting this one on. Hello, I'm Tom Daley. Okay, we want to wet this down. This feels nice and secure. So to start off, make sure that you get it fully wet, or if it's the next morning of your system, just wet it down a little bit to make sure that you get all the kinks out of it. Now with Tom Daley's look, it's a little bit more matte. He has individually finer hair. So if you do have fine hair, or have a finer system, this is a really good look. So Tom Daley generally wears his hair down, so this is also a good style if your hairline's getting a little bit built up or gunky and we want to wear a down style. Tom Daley, as an Olympic swimmer from England, I think it's always better to have like a shorter style like that, especially if you're doing sports, so it's not as heavy and not as sweaty, and that's probably why he keeps his hair much shorter. What do we need? We need a hairdryer, we need our hands, and we also need the Dust It. This is from Osis from Schwarzkopf. It's a dry powder, so it'll give a dry mattified look, but also add volume. This is also pretty easy to wash out as well. The water breaks it down pretty fast, so it doesn't damage your system that much. With a lot of products, I always recommend you use them less than more. So hairstyling, usually with products, try just using a little bit of product or only styling your hair once or twice a week. So now we're going to get our blow dryer on, again on medium heat, and we're going to use our fingers. His hair has a little bit more texture, so we're going to recreate that with the hands. So we're going to dry our hair down using our fingertips, and you go side to side. This will create more texture in the hair, giving more movement and adding more body and volume. To add more volume to your system, keeping your dryer on medium heat, take your hands, hold in a soft grip, and dry the hair in your hands to add a little bit more body, and it'll add a bit more wave. When styling your swoop, make sure that you go in the direction that you want your hair to go when styling, otherwise your hair will not sit properly. Once your hair is fully blow dried, we're going to get the Dust It, and you simply shape this into your hair. This is probably one of the easiest hairstyles that you can possibly do because it involves using your hands and a little bit of product. So you're going to shake the powder. And you're going to add body and volume. And place your hand underneath your system and over your forehead just to get it into the front of your system and into the hair. You can shake this all over. It may look like you have dandruff at first, but once you move it around, it looks really good. Whew. Then you're going to twist pieces to make it a little bit more textured. So anyone that doesn't like a wet look, this is a pretty nice alternative to have. So we're going to say goodbye to our fabulous Olympic swimmer, Tom Daley, and hello to Taylor Fritz, who is a tennis player. One of my favorite sports. Okay, let's get this off. Okay, so today's base we are using for Taylor Fritz is the Champion. This is a French lace system, extremely breathable, and also a go-to for me as well, especially if I'm going away on holidays. Okay, so let's get this on. I'm ready to play tennis. Hello. Okay, so we want to start off by wetting this down, because right now I kept this in a cupboard and it's looking a bit crazy. Then with longer hair systems, I always recommend using a brush. Now you can also get this cut online at lordhair.com, and just to make it super easy for you at home. With this, you want to part it in the center. You can use a comb, or I use a pintail comb. You go in between the eyebrows, bring it back, and part your hair in the center. Okay, now it's on to the styling part. So I'm gonna get my dryer. Okay, for this, you need a round brush, and we wanna work with the part. So we also wanna add a little bit of volume. So we're gonna take our brush and making sure the part is in the center of our brush, and we're gonna blow dry it back. That's gonna give that little bit more of a swooped look and a little bit of volume around the hairline. So we are going to blow dry the hair, pulling down and then back slightly, and that's going to give a little bit more body and volume at the front. We don't want to blow dry fully back because we want to give a little bit more of a swoop and something that sits more in front of the face. Once it's fully dry, you can blast the brush with a little bit of heat. I call this roll and hold. Basically, you're rolling your front section like you're putting it into a roller, giving it a chance to cool down. This is going to make your style last a lot longer and give you that swoopy effect and all the body that you need in your hairstyle. And release. Volume for days. Once that's done, we're going to start blow drying back a little bit more because we want this to kick back into our bio hair and for it to look seamless as it blends. Once we have this side done, I'm going to do the very same on this side. Just copy exactly what you did here, just over here. Okay, so once we have all of this volume, we're going to part the hair again and just flatten it down where it needs to and just blend it through. Now the products that I'm going to use, as you can see in his picture and how he wears his hair, he has a little bit more body here, which we've already gotten with the brush, and he also has a more textured style too. So first up, I like to take a little bit of the powder that we used earlier, and we're going to place this just at the front of the hairline. Now this is going to give you an instant lift at the front to be able to curve and mold the hair around like that. And then we are going to finish with a little bit of the paste. So with the paste, I take just a small amount, put it into my hands, just like that. And then you're just going to scrunch the hair, adding a little bit of texture, a little bit of movement. Now again, be gentle with your hair systems. You want to make sure that you're not pulling out hair when you're using products that have a little bit more of a mattifying effect, because it can look a little bit dry. Now to hold this, I like to use an elastic hairspray, very lightweight like I mentioned earlier, so you make sure that you get a lot of hold. So spritz your hair. And if you want to add a little bit more definition, get your fingers in there while the hairspray is still wet. And then you can just mold your pieces. And this will also add a little bit more shine. And it'll also tame the hair a little bit while also keeping the volume. If you want to get a little bit more volume at the root, you take your pintail, you can slip it underneath, and you just raise the hair a little bit. And you'll get a little bit more volume at the front and the sides of the hair. Okay, I don't know if it suits me, it suits him, and it will suit many people, but I think I'll pull these off. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope now you can get Olympic ready. Don't forget to comment below, follow, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye!